So I have to say thank you very much to Stan, and it's Fast and Furious. We welcome Chris from the Down Under Rowing podcast. Can't fail to recognise his accent. This is a heat of the Diamond Jubilee between Henley Rowing Club on the left-hand side of our picture and the women from Hartpury College on the right-hand side of our screen. This is the event for junior women's quads. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Martin. Great to be back up here, and it is probably some of the best conditions of the regatta. Beautiful weather here on Thursday. But Hartpury and Henley, this is an exciting matchup in prospect. Henley probably the favourite on paper coming in this matchup, but Hartpury had a great race in the early stages. Henley, there's their first run down the track in the Diamond Jubilee, being afforded a bye in the first round of racing.
Yeah, they beat Headington Hartpury, didn't they, by over 2 lengths. And their stroke, you can see she's got the bunches in that sort of blonde hair at the back of the boat. She's an 18-year-old. She's sub-7 for the 2K on the rowing machine. And I think any woman that can go sub-7 as a junior is going some.
Yeah, certainly impressive. So Hartpury, if you look at the form before the regatta, 3rd in the B final at National Schools, but they brought Catherine Gardner into that boat. She won the Henley Women's Regatta in the junior single to strengthen this lineup. And after an early start, looks like they've just dropped behind by about half a length as they come through the barrier behind the locals from Henley Rowing Club.
So, as we were talking, you saw Henley Rowing Club just ease through ever so slightly the women from Hartpury. Wow, you can see, well, Hartpury still have contact, but it's only just about, and this is where Henley Rowing Club are going to be doing the damage. Jess Mack, Isabel Hughes with Chloe in front of her. Isabel, she is just 15 years of age. Wow, the 2 girl in that Henley quad. Where do they find these oarswomen from? Charlotte Tong, the 17-year-old stroke woman. And I guess they were the pre-race favourites. This is impressive what they're doing in the middle of the course. Yeah,
and certainly backing up that form as the pre-race favourites. They've enjoyed a few good results so far this season. They silver at the Junior Sculling Regatta earlier in the season, ahead of, just behind rather, Wycliffe, who defending champions in this event. And they were just ahead of Marlow Rowing Club, who we saw put on an absolute clinic in an earlier round just half an hour or so ago. And they, if the result pans out as it's sitting at the moment, they are set to face off in the semi-finals of this event.
Yeah. So I think trying to look at Henley and trying to see if there's much difference between them and Hartpury, I kind of just think the women from Henley just have a little bit more of the boat at the front end, maybe just a little more patient to put their blades in, and it's just giving them a slightly longer stroke than their opponents.
Yeah, and that drone shot's really great for illustrating that. You can just see the distance between the last puddle in each of the strokes in the water that they're leaving behind in their wake. You can just see they're getting a little bit more distance per stroke, and just slightly lower in rate than the Hartpury crew. So just doing it a little bit easier as they come out here in front of the stewards' enclosure. It's a beautiful Thursday.
So you can see the pace of the Hartpury crew here, and they are the crew on the right behind, which is that high that the women from Henley Rowing Club, there's Hartpury, and there's the 16-year-old bowwoman, Matilda Hudson-Hulls, that's closest to us. Little look around just to see if there's any chance of getting past Henley. Not sure that they've got that much chance at the moment.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot of work to do in the closing stages there. Bow set of the Henley crew, Jess Mack, who's steering, has a quick look across, and she'll certainly be pleased with what she's seeing with that margin back to Hartpury.
That's a great shout, Chris. So it is the women from Henley Rowing Club, rowed just downstream of Henley Bridge, their clubhouse. They crossed the line first in this heat of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup for junior women's quadruple sculls. Great race from Hartpury, led early on. but couldn't maintain that pace. So in that heat of the Diamond Jubilee, Henley Rowing Club beat Hartpury College.